So after a week, I called Rafton up and told him, man, we need to talk. But remember, I don't have a phone. Rafton has one.
Yeah.
So he told me, you don't have a phone, but I have a phone, so I can't reach you in any way. What we do, let's negotiate, let's negotiate on what time we're supposed to be meeting and where, so that you just be there at least 15 minutes prior to the time, to the actual time. So he told me we meet at Kenya Cinema. I went at Kenya Cinema, stood there. He's not good at keeping time. As a brother, he's not good at keeping time. But you know, all I learned about him is that once you learn him, you even get to know that he's a very good, he's such a gentleman. So he came at around 45 minutes or 1 hour after, after the time that we talked about. Yeah. So he came in, he told me, so tell me, my brother, tell me what's really going on. I told him, first, I'm hungry, sijakula. Nilikuwa nimekonda mbaya sana. Second, we need to talk about where I stay, because I need to open up to you. I lied to you that I was staying in the Ruta, but I stay at the National Theatre. That hit him. And he asked me, how long have you been in Kenya? I told him, 8 months I've been in Kenya. So he asked me, how have you been living? And I told him, I've been just living hustling on the streets of Nairobi, as in National Theatre. Sometimes you spend here, sometimes you spend there. So he told me, I can't offer too much, because I'm almost just like you. I'm almost in the same situation like you. But I have my room. It's 8 by 8. I stay there with my brother, and sometimes my friend Hariji comes over for just prayers and all that. But what I'll do is, we are going to share that room. If we happen to get food, we'll eat. If we don't get food, we won't eat. And you have to bear with that. And trust me, one of these days, if we are thrown out, it will still be okay. We'll hustle still the same way and get another house. So he took me to Umoja 1, next to Motindwa. So there, that's where I started. But what I liked about Rafton is the fact that the first day he took me to his house, before anything even happened. He's just a hustler. He's such a hustler that when he was waking up very early in the morning, Lady Owen was going, and so Hariji wasn't around by then. I took like 2 months without even, 2 weeks without before I met Hariji. So he gave me his key. I sat down and asked myself, as in, what's really happening? What's wrong with this guy? Yeah. How comes he trusts me this much, even before even getting to know much about me? So he gave me his key and told me, if you are leaving, you can drop it tulikuwa tunakaa kwa quarters. So he told me, you can drop it at the main house, then I'll pick it, or whoever comes first will pick it. Akaniachia, it was 10 bob. Akaniambia, it's 10 bob to go to town. So when you get to town, we just start hustling. You just need to be a man.
And briefly, before you go to the audience to pick some questions, just briefly talk to us about your organization, which, you do a lot of initiatives for women and children, the UN, you're well known. Just briefly.
The organization is called Inca Network for Women and Kids in Uganda, in Kenya. Inca Network for Women and Kids in Kenya. The whole gear as in the whole oomph for this, that really pushed me to start this whole NGO is the fact that I had a song and I had a story to tell, as in from someone who was, as in from ground zero to ground hero. Though I strongly have a feeling that I haven't reached my destiny, because success is defined in different ways altogether. So, but I strongly have a feeling that I have a story that that can really impact the whole, as in not only Kenya, not only Uganda, not only East Africa, not even Africa, but the whole world. So the song Incarne is one of the songs that really touches me, though it's one of the songs I never liked on my first album, because it gave me too much hard time for me to write. I wrote it 7 times trust me. That song was supposed to be called Umutu Wabantu. I remember my producer RK did the first track. We did Umutu Wabantu, even the chorus was the first verse. Then we went home and I came back, I told him, you know, I don't feel this song. It sounds like just the normal songs that are on the market at this particular time. And he was like, by the way, I had already also thought about it that way.
But it became a hit.
Yeah.
That's the flip side of it.
Yeah, but good enough as in it really became a hit. But it's something that I can tell you, seriously speaking, is not me. It's just the Lord that did that. Because at the end of the day, even the song that I didn't love so much really became a very big song. Not only even in Kenya, but all over Africa.
Borders, yeah.
I used to receive calls and people are like, in South Africa, wow, this song is booming here. I was in one of the shopping malls in Kampala a few months back and the guy told me, gosh, that song is still doing well in America. And I was like, what? That song was released long time ago. I'm even becoming a mzee now.
The hand of the Lord.
Yeah, as in, what I would like to really say about this is the fact that there are no limitations when you're believing in the Lord. That's why I'm not ashamed. This was my first Bible, the first Bible ever. A friend of mine came to me when we were staying with Rafton and he told me, when I was getting saved in 2002, she told me, I'm giving you this Bible so that you can stay strong. So Inca Network is something that I've been using, as in it's just been a platform for like charity stuff, as in like I've been doing some tremendous work with it on I did with the Nyumbani Children's Home. I was a headline artist on the Oxfam G8 Summit, the eradication of poverty in Africa. I was the headline artist on Action Aid, Get on Board. We launched that with His Excellency Mwai Kibaki and the First Lady. Remember it was at KICC. So I've worked, even BBC One picked it, as in they called me in 2008 and they were like, we would like to use this song as the theme, as in for the World Children's Day. And I was like, wow. What's really what's there, as in how am I to really thank the Lord for that?
Thank you so much, Ambassador. But before you go, let's pick some questions.
Thank you very much. My question for Mr. Ambassador is, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? What are some of your plans musically and for your charity organization?
Well, you know, success is defined in different ways, but I strongly have a feeling that the Lord has too much for me, as in in the future, as in I'm looking at as in the brand, as Ambassador, the brand going even far places that I've never even, you know, you just sit down and you're like, I think the whole world one of these days will receive me and will be like, yeah, he's one of the mentors we have. And I'm happy that Kenya celebrates me as one of the pioneers, the gospel mainstream pioneers, as in, I'm really happy about that. And I mean, the sky is just the limit. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ambassador, for the touching story. I'm sure you've inspired, you know, some people out there. Ubarikiwe.
It's such a pleasure.
Asante.